guys, Stoutmeister here, and more high school bullshit is hitting the news stations. And this time, this story comes from Alabama at Escambia Academy, where the school officials that run the school decide to hold a diploma from a certain individual for simply wearing a feather where her tassel should be on her graduation gown. Now, this particular feather was not worn for just decoration purposes or anything like that. This particular feather has a very special meaning for this student right here, because this student is Native American, and this particular feather is a symbol of pride among her people. And considering that this student sees it that way, it does make sense to be prideful of the achievements that you've gotten during your academic career. But nope, the administrators of this particular school do not see it that way and are holding her diploma and her transcripts and wanting this student and or the family to pay $1,000 in order to get those transcripts and the diploma. So, administrators of Escambia Academy, are your prostitution bills skyrocketing? Are you running a little short on cash in general to victimize a student such as this particular student right here for wearing a simple feather that is not offensive in any kind of way? No agenda is being pushed. It's just a cultural thing that she wanted to decorate on her graduation gown to show her people that she is prideful of her academic achievements. So let me get this straight, Escambia Academy. If an African American graduate wants to sag their pants as part of their graduation wardrobe and wants to blare Lil Wayne music in the background and do a Lil Wayne verse while receiving their diploma, would that be okay? Would that be acceptable for the graduation ceremony in your eyes? What if a homosexual graduate wants to do a gay pride dance while receiving their diploma? Now, this is not me discriminating those groups of people right there. In fact, I have been an advocate on talking about equal rights in a number of my videos. But when society, especially the school and the government, talk about equality, they only focus on a few groups of people while leaving everybody else in the dust. Especially white people nowadays, and now we can add Native Americans into this category as well, because, let's face it, we took their land from them a couple hundred years ago, so they're not important. No. I think we can safely say that Escambia Academy is adding another reason as to why the education system in America is such a joke to most of the world, considering the fact that Escambia Academy is part of a nation where if you're a high school student and you say hell in a graduation speech, guess what? You're not getting your diploma. If you're a high school teacher and you say vagina in a biology class full of high schoolers and you mean that to educate them on the human anatomy, guess what? You're going to be under investigation and we're going to potentially label you as a sex offender. If you are a young student playing with pencils pretending that they're guns, guess what? In today's society, you are mentally unstable. If you can't pay attention to a boring teacher in a 90-minute to a 3-hour long class, guess what? The school counselor is going to prescribe Adderall for you, since most Americans clearly show signs of ADD. If you are a little bit antisocial at times and like to keep to yourself on a small level, guess what? You have Asperger's syndrome, just like most of the world clearly. And no, I am not saying that these illnesses don't exist and that people don't have these illnesses at all, because there are a lot of people that go through these actual issues, and I know quite a few people in my personal life that have these illnesses. What I don't understand is why we have to fill people up with pills on a constant basis to make them more normal, just because they happen to be just a little bit different from the conformed normalities that exist in a certain society. In a society where we don't want a nation of thinkers, we want a nation of workers. And that is an actual Rockefeller quote, by the way. All I can say is, Escambia Academy, thank you for showing the rest of us rational-minded people in America and the rest of the world how you truly view education. how institutions like yours are willing to redefine the word education from its original meaning of broadening your mind and using critical thinking skills, learning how to think for yourself, so on and so forth. Rather, having education mean shut up and do what you're told and conform to our norms. Be politically correct. If you don't do things our way 100% of the time, you are a vermin among society. Thank you for showing us that. And to those that want to question the definition of education, here's the definition right here. The action or process of educating or of being educated. Also a stage of such a progress. The knowledge and development resulting from an educational process, a person of little education. And as you can see in the second definition of education, education can also be used for good in the schooling institutions. It's just that schools like Escambia Academy are ruining the education system in America, and it doesn't help that the government is helping with that greatly. Now, before I end the video right here, I want to propose a toast to the Escambia Academy school officials right here. Now, take good note of what these sexy black bold letters have to say on my cup. Shut the fuck up. Get your heads out of your asses. Learn what real education is, which involves critical thinking and broadening your minds. Teach your students how to think for themselves, how to question, and actually have a positive impact in the schooling system instead of holding back diplomas from students that didn't do anything wrong. Cheers, motherfuckers. Today's episode was brought to you by Monster M80. It is fucking awesome. That's all I gotta say about that. Now, stay tuned for more videos. Take care. See you later.